Kalimera and welcome to Oroklini in Cyprus, just outside of Larnaca. In fact, administratively part of Larnaca since the beginning of 2025. It's Good Friday and I decided that over Easter I'd like to take you around where I've been living for the last 2 years. Not very intricate videos, just a quick slice of life around Easter time in Oroklini and Larnaca. And Orthodox Christmas is at a completely different time to the Western European Christmas, but at Easter dates align. It's about 6 months now since I started Travel in the Know on YouTube, and I'd like to thank all of you who've been following me on this journey so far and those who continue to join us as well. I'm really enjoying making the films, and this is a bit different. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. By the way, this is my favourite restaurant in Oroklini. It's called Vareyas and it serves the most magical meat mese. That's something that we're going to have to try before I leave Cyprus. Oroklini and Larnaca have been home to me over the last couple of years and I've loved being here. Life has always shone very kindly for me. I've lived in over 20 cities in I think 11 countries and counting. And to be honest, I think Oroklini is the place I've actually most enjoyed living in ever. The Cypriot people are just so warm and kind, and Cyprus has so much to offer. And here in Oroklini you have the best of city life just next door in Larnaca, these beautiful hills behind me, and also stunning beaches. So it's quite sad that soon I'll be leaving Larnaca, and as a result I particularly wanted to show you around over this Easter period. This small church sits halfway up the hill overlooking Larnaca. I've never been up here before, but it is Good Friday, so it seems appropriate. Looks very old. I don't know if it's open. Let's go and have a look. To be frank with you, usually I put a lot of research into my films, but not today. These are rough and ready, so I can't tell you much about the history of the church. And unfortunately, the front door is locked, so that's not going to help us either. Having said that, it really is beautiful, particularly in today's warm weather, which we've been waiting for in Larnaca. It's been quite a cold winter in my opinion. Hopefully you'll be able to work out the sea there in the background. It's only about, what, I don't know, 35-40 minute walk from here, and it'll be getting very warm soon, so it'll be lovely to swim in just as I'm leaving. Oh well, that's life. And here's the Lithos Sports Bar, where I often come and watch Ipswich Town playing their Premier League matches. Championship next season, unfortunately. If you hadn't guessed yet, Ipswich Town is my football club. Further ado, let's head off to my favourite cafe in the whole of Cyprus. It's called Crossley and Sons. It's owned and managed by my dear friends Tim and Steph Crossley, and we'll see what they're offering in terms of pre-Easter treats. Come on, let's go. It's lovely to see you.
Nice to see you.
It's Good Friday, so could I order one of your amazing hot cross buns? I also have a cold Americano, but it has to be handcrafted by your wonderful son, Zach.
Wonderful. I'll get that to make it for you.
We're with one of the matriarchs of Crossley and Sons, Aunt Martha. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Martha.
Myself, okay. I was sent overseas to South Africa when I was 7 years old. I got married, I had 3 beautiful kids, I've got 8 grandkids, and I'm very happy. About 15 years ago, my daughter and my son-in-law came to Cyprus because of all the problems in South Africa. Then I stayed behind, my husband passed away, so I came back to stay with my daughter in Cyprus, and I've been with him ever since. This lovely cafe, first of all, it's owned by my family, my nieces. Yeah, it reminds me of South Africa. I'm born and bred, well not born, but I'm born Cypriot, but I grew up in South Africa, so I know that. Just got my Hot Cross Buns, that we have every Good Friday, and a lot of lovely things. And I love coming here for a cup of coffee and a cup of little breakfast with all my family, and we have passed the day chit-chatting all day long until lunchtime.
I'd like to find the best Easter egg in Cyprus, chocolate Easter egg, but I think I might be barking up the wrong tree.
Definitely you're barking up the wrong tree. There's no chocolate.
Story of my life.
There's no chocolate Easter eggs. Our Easter eggs that we do, we usually do them on a Thursday, color them on a Thursday, Holy Thursday. Now it should be only red. For me, it should be only red. But nowadays, they do all sorts of colors. And you get a special dye for them. You boil your eggs, and then you put them in this color, and you get beautiful. You rub it with oil, and they come shiny. After our midnight mass on Saturday, we crack the eggs. One person will hold one in their hand, and the other one will try and crack it, and you say, Christos Anesti.
Christos Anesti.
Christos
Christ is
Anesti.
risen.
Christ is risen. And they answer you back with Alithos Anesti. Surely he's risen. And that's our greetings for Easter.
Originally from Romania. My name is Gabriela.
That's fantastic. And you do a lot of the baking of the amazing cakes here, right?
Except from the part that I love cooking and baking, I love being part of this Crossley family.
It's a lovely family.
Exactly. In Romanian we say Paște fericit.
That's lovely. Thank you. Mulțumesc.
Cu multă plăcere.
Zach, you
Yes.
are the Zach in Crossley and Sons.
I'm one of them, yes.
You are. So you are known here as the best barristo, the best coffee maker.
I gotta say, I try to be. I really do. And I think in my humble opinion that I am.
This is Illy coffee.
I know, but this is what makes us amazing.
It
That's
does.
what makes us amazing. We serve Illy coffee, and that's what I think makes me a great barista. Not just me, but the beans.
Yeah.
These beans here are just spectacular. So I
It's
think
true.
that's what it
And
is.
Illy is from Trieste in Italy. I must make a film there. Can you make me a unique Zach cold Americano?
I can, no problem.
Very kind.
We have the grinder here that grinds up perfectly great Illy coffee beans. Slot it in.
I love the grinding noise.
There we go, listen to that. Make sure that the grains are all compact.
I hope the Illy inspector is watching.
I hope so. That's one thing I hope is happening. All right. So people love my iced Americanos. Why? Because not only do I make it with amazing greatness, but I make it with love and passion. I'm making sure I put double shot, but a larger double shot for iced drinks so that there's more
Is that right?
espresso in there.
Yes.
And then what I do is I take a lovely little iced Americano glass, get some ice in there. Then what we do is we fill this wonderful glass first. We don't put this in first, we put the water in first with some lovely reverse osmosis water.
Reverse osmosis.
There we go.
Who came up with that?
So if you want a brief explanation of what reverse osmosis means, it's basically when waters pass through a semi-permeable membrane in which salts, chlorines, any impurities in the water are removed very quickly, and so it gives you some of the purest water in Cyprus. You got to serve the best in the best.
Very good.
There we go. Quite a messy iced Americano that you love drinking, of course, and there it is.
They always make such beautiful cakes, and just sharing this with you on Good Friday, I'm going to try this rather nice, oh dear, there's a jam, but it's a rather nice hot cross bun. This actually isn't a Cypriot tradition, but obviously in the West it is, but their hot cross buns, I've tried them earlier in the week, they were fantastic. Just got to rip it apart. Of course, it's the right day today as well, Good Friday. Amazing. It's got lovely sweet glaze, very sweet pastry as well, little raisins and candied fruit all throughout the hot cross bun. And then let's try Zach's very famous and very wonderful cold Americano. He says he's the best barista in the whole of the Republic of Cyprus. I think he's right. Hopefully he'll appreciate that later on today. Thanks ever so much for watching this video. Join me tomorrow for the second special Easter edition, when we'll be wandering around central Larnaca, looking at the beach, possibly having a bite to eat, and also perhaps looking at a couple of churches. See you then.